running around on the top side of the map. So KT will lock away the Renekton. R5 Renekton, you can put your kick W's in the chat.
Yeah,
but this is Rascal, and this guy absolutely loves the croc. So like this, like straight up dive composition, right? Like you just want to get into that back line. Comes to build, certainly a bunch of different options.
Yeah, he might just
Grapes.
we go for the bloody build with the Immortal Shield Bow as level 1.
Oh dear, the flash forward, but the hook's gonna miss. They get the flash out from BDD, but yeah, life, that was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, if he hits that and they get that kill and the flash on the BDD, it is such a great start. But instead, not only will they fail the kill, they lose the Nautilus flash. He's got Hex Flash, but this wave is going to crash into turret here. It will cost aiming some CS and a little bit of experience even as well.
Yeah, Hex Flash over that wall, and yeah, aiming is going to lose 2 CS. I think he managed to get the experience for one of them. Nice hook is going to land as Life is going to prove that he can hit him.
And then become a threat.
This is really, really important for Nongshim. They are going to be able to find a lot of damage onto aiming, but it's Life that they're going to take down. Hex Flash not going to get you out of this danger, and that is a very easy first blood delivered to Ghost on the bottom side. And look at KT's vision investment on the bottom side of the map as well. Like, that's where they were trying to leverage all of their power, and Dread just sneaks through and grabs that first blood.
Really smart play from Dread, good pathing there, and knowing that KT are going to be trying to push forward aggressively with this Nautilus pick and get an early kill for the Kai'Sa or threaten Zeri, force her to lose minions as we see all the time in Zeri lanes. But punishing it extremely well, and no counterplay here for Cuz except to try to steal this Gromp, and he will fail to do that. Well, Rascal's coming down, so maybe...
Yeah, there are 4 people here. I think this Gromp is worth giving up.
Yeah, and... okay, hold the phone. Dread's coming over here. Vision controlled.
Yeah, well, Cuz is immediately going to walk on in here. Decent stun to come through as Dread's definitely dead. Vikla stays alive, and he even has the fear on deck if he needed it. BDD gonna have to dash away. Uses the last charge of his ultimate in order to do that.
With her auto attacks.
Well, Vikla is gonna get the fear onto Dread here. Throws out the Shadow Surge, and who's ganking who? What the heck?
Oh, Cuz once again coming over here to save the day. But yeah, that was a very risky moment for Vikla otherwise after using the Shadow Surge there. And ends up being bloodless at the end of the day. Nongshim looking great right now through this mid-game.
Certainly. Canna up towards this top side as Rascal's looking for a solo onto Ghost. Teleport will come through though as Ghost trying to dash this one out, but the gap is being closed. Canna turns up though, and I think Rascal may have ran out of time. He's trying to walk this one out. The flash is going to be used to get over the wall as Ghost is dashing after him. Peter's now walking through the jungle as well, and there's... Oh! Rascal tries to turn it! The bailout comes in and Ghost gets himself back alive. It was almost
so
cool.
Beautiful. It was almost another 1v3 solo kill for Rascal, but he is taken out now.
Sort of expecting him to do alongside Cuz. He is going to be able to find Dread though, walking into his jungle as the Killer Instinct comes down. They get the flash out of Dread, but he gets camouflaged and runs away. Void Seeker picks it up, blind in the end. Oh, aiming. That is actually super important here to get this Kai'Sa online.
That's what you need. And you don't have your Kai'Sa really online just yet, but I don't think you have a choice. You can't just sit back. You want to power.
You're going to get your wish as Ghost is going to have to slide over that wall. Cuz going for a bit of a hard engage. As Life is going to hit that one. Nice knock up there as well as Canna has to try and get out. But BDD throws through the Everfrost. Killer Instinct into the backline from aiming. Supercharges. Gets out of there as it's a good fear onto Dread, but he heartbreakers his way over the wall. Life is going to go down. BDD going to be the next target as Rascal is going to get so close to falling down and does so, unable to get on top of BDD, and they keep him at arm's length. These Void Seekers not landing, and KT have to back away.
Yeah, and Kai'Sa does not have, without that Mythic, really.
But not quite yet. He will likely build towards the Ludens once again. He mentioned that he liked that Faker decided to go for that one, as BDD takes a couple of Void Seekers. And this is what happens. As the game goes on, we will see this Kai'Sa turn into a Corki. That is just how it's going to go. And KT still holding onto this Drake, but once again, Nongshim set up for the fight. BDD dashes over the wall, gets the charm onto Rascal, and immediately they pop the Renekton. Drake is going to be secured. That is sole point for Nongshim. Void Seeker comes on in, but Dread doesn't really care too much about that one. They're starting to get scary, these Void Seekers, as Nongshim do have this Baron down to 4,000, but Cuz is in the area. He can ult his way over, doesn't have the flash, but does have the ult. His life is going to get into the pit. There's the dive! The Zeri locks down the kill onto the Vex immediately, though, but the steal comes in. Cuz locks that one down. He is going to die, but he's done his job, but still, a triple kill goes to Ghost. This is a 6-0-1 Zeri, and Nongshim still respecting.
Nongshim are just like, you can't hold this Drake aggro, I will let you try.
Yeah, kind of takes a bit of damage there, but KT are going to pull back the Drake. Can KT find the hard engage that they're looking for? Canna soaks another Void Seeker that is starting to hurt.
Yeah, he's just going to go use the blue buff to heal up a little bit more.
Yeah. Comes back, 50% health. There's the flash from BDD, but avoids it. Does aiming. It is going to be Infernal Soul secured, but now the fight is on. They take down the Renata to start this one off. Life is also going to fall down as Rascal into the backline, but he's unable to lock this one up. It is going to be the kill onto BDD, but now Ghost is trying to chase them down. Can the Void Seeker connect? Everyone just bailing out of the way.
You win the fight once the first Void Seeker misses, because if you don't hit a champion, it doesn't get the cooldown reset, and that's when you know you're safe to get out of here. You're going to be totally fine, as Nongshim fairly close in kills, fairly close in gold. Like, Nongshim have had ultimate control because of the Zeri's Kana.
And possibly caught out of position. There's the killer instinct, and yep. That is what you're afforded, as he almost manages to take down aiming. But aiming will grab him in the end. So, nice little pick off there from KT. Can they get a Baron from it? Is the question, because aiming will probably have to try and heal up somehow.
Tried so hard, got so far, but this game is way closer than it should be.
I like the effort put in, but this Baron's down to half health. Cuz is there once again to try and go for the steal. Void Seeker isn't going to land as he dives in. He's not going to pick it up. It's Renata that somehow secures the Baron, and the Volley Bear is now dead. Nongshim, they managed to grab the Baron. They should be able to transition into an Elder from this one as well, and this might be the straw that goes ahead and breaks this camel's
and with
back.
no jungle, you can't secure the Elder here. I think Nongshim, you know, the only way they lose this is if they overextend on this mid push, but they can do whatever they want for the next 20 seconds and rotate over. Cuz is coming 12 seconds later. If Nongshim are on that Drake when it spawns, they have ultimate control.
Yeah, they might even just grab themselves an inhibitor alongside it, and they will. Nongshim, all of that early game power that they picked up is being rewarded here. And with this Baron, man, like even these extendo beams starting to really hurt as Life not able to get on in there. KT desperately trying to get towards this Elder because they need to fight for it, but they have no jungler. This is 100% desperation. But it's over if they give up Exodia to Nongshim.
They just have to fight for this. They need to be hitting these Void Seekers. That's not a champion. That's not going to reset that. Aiming needs another one to hit.
Aiming's helping them take down the Elder at this point in time, as now Rascal over to the side. Good Charm is going to connect. The Berserk lands as well, as the Elder is going to be secured. And Life also goes down. Cuz here just a little bit too late, as Rascal desperately trying to get himself out of the area. The flash goes in. Aiming tries to lock down BDD, but the stopwatch is there, and Vikla goes down. Really beautifully played here by Nongshim. I don't know whether it was a bait from BDD, but it certainly worked out as one, as Nongshim now push up the mid lane and try to take game one here against KT. Remember, every single game matters. KT, a 2-0, was the ultimate goal for this series, but that is impossible now. Nongshim will be able to take down the Nexus here. Some redemption for these talented players that have had a really rough season. Best Corki impression was absolutely achieved at the end, but as you saw, it was Exodia picked up by Nongshim. Decent little steal there from Cuz on the first Baron, but Nongshim didn't allow that to happen the next time around, and I actually felt like their late game control that Nongshim exhibited here was akin to what we expected from this team, right? It was what we were starting to see in the first round robin.
This is going to be a very different game than our last one, and I'm here for it. I'm really excited to see this. Once again, Rascal gets an opportunity to try to get some big solo kills, make some plays into Kana's graves.
Options, unless Peter's going to be playing real aggressive.
Maybe Peter will mess up. No, I don't think so.
Yep.
I think it's definitely just going to be very slow. Let's say he wins the race here.
Ooh, possibly a bit of an engage as Dread down towards this bottom side. Flash out from Life as the stun is going to miss there from Dread. Peter, though, he's going to have to flash to get himself out of the way, but Ghost with his Gravitum doing some work here. The flash forward and the knock up to answer there, as Dread is not going to be able to get out. Aiming gets excited, and the Abyssal Dive is going to get Peter out of there, but Ghost gets a follow-up kill. and even is able to stun up Life and aiming.
Yeah. And, you know, Rift Herald's coming up in 2 minutes, and that is, hold that thought, Rascal.
Yeah, Rascal's looking for another solo kill as he does dash on forward. There's the Ignite down onto Canna. Perfect execution available, and that is going to net the kill. Damage comes through as the flash was coming out, and that is a feels bad for Canna.
Yeah, that is real rough. Please be careful.
Not right now, as we're going to check out the solo kill here from Rascal, something that he's pretty good at, guys.
Kana pushing over to the right side here, just trying to get out, but not going to happen. Rascal plays it out very well.
And the information that we get at the end there is Rascal saying that he doesn't have flash. Okay, this was a little bit dangerous for Rascal. It does have the ultimate available, backflips his way out.
Tech. It's not, you know, going to be the mountain.
It'll be a cloud.
Yeah.
You best believe. As Peter is trying to dive his way out, but it's not going to work. He eats some gray health, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Good little pick off there and another kill.
It's like if we had jetpack delivery people here instead of scooters.
No, I'm a big fan. As BDD is going to walk into Cuz. There's the flash forward. BDD taking a lot of damage. Oh no! The stun! So Peter can't get the Devour off, and that will secure his fate as well. KT pick up 2 quick ones. Beautiful play from Life.
So not only do they get soul point from this, but they're also going to pick up some extra gold. And this is massive. Great play from Life there with the follow-up Zenith Blade. And Nongshim losing control of this game so fast.
Yeah, that is going to be Ghost. He does have to sever him so he can heal himself back up, but this Chaos Storm Dread has to get the heck out of here. Good collateral damage, tidies up the minions, does a fair bit of damage here, as well as KT moved to Soul Point.
Picking up Soul Point here, they have all the cards in their hands now. They can force a fight.
Yeah, that gets the heal out of aiming. As Ghost's going to have to back away. It's a lot of damage here from this Jinx, as Canna's going to have to back off as well. Drake is going to be secured. Yeah. As Rascal looks for the solo here. Perfect execution comes down. There is the second one, and Rascal so comfortably does it. Now he's 1 behind the record that Canna set for second place in solo kills in 2020. Now he's trying to make his way out, and he will be able to do so.
Yep, he's going to get out of here just fine. And look at him go.
Actually,
execute, and he will get it.
Yeah, he will.
Well played by Rascal. Solo kill, execution.
And then doesn't give over gold as well, as BDD standing on a ward, and that is just a free engage. He flashes to get himself out of the way, but he's slowed down by the solar flare. This time, the Devourer is going to come through, but it just delivers an Akali on top of this Orianna, and the Aphelios is also taken down. Canna's now trying to push them back, but 2 of their most important members are dead, and now KT can move anywhere they want on this map.
I don't know why I made this a space race suddenly.
I don't know, but I liked it.
We had a few missed Jinx ultimates, so just thinking about satellites and stuff like that.
Yeah. Rotating around Runeterra, there is a lot of debris
also,
up there.
Vikla didn't make the...
Aiming by himself is just like, he's doing this over and over again.
Okay, this is an awkward flank.
Yeah, we got a flash on in. That's a 3-man shockwave as well, as immediately Vikla is going to get taken down. This is what this composition is capable of. So glad we finally saw it. As now Cuz is trying to run this one out. He does decide to go back in. Ghost picks up the triple kill, though. No way for Cuz to do anything there, and it is Ghost surviving in the end. Nongshim.
With an engaged champion, BDD, who is playing, who won't have the opportunity to set up for this if he can't see what he's trying to ult.
Well, Rascal actually going to get caught out of position, and that is the execution. Canna helps lock that one down, finally gets himself some revenge, and now Nongshim, with a 5 versus 4, might be able to get over to this Baron and lock it down.
Yeah, definitely.
The 2-0 is still on the cards.
Yeah, I know. This is actually insane. And this is a huge mistake from Rascal, just expecting Nongshim are going to all be focused on fighting for Baron vision.
As he hops into his mist, KT looking to just get rid of the jungler. And right now, Dread is on walkabout towards the bottom side of the map. Rascal, if he finds him, could definitely be a really rough time. The dissonance going to help him get out of the way.
Ghost is all by himself here.
Yeah, trying to do what he can. Cuz looking for the opportunity. Zap's coming down, crucially. That didn't land. Dread down to 50%. Canna now looking for the wraparound, and it's so much jostling for position here from both of these teams.
So patient here. BD waiting for his chance.
Yep, the orb needs to be respected. Great Devour from Peter to avoid the Super Mega Death Rocket damage, and now Cuz dives on in there. Shockwave not exactly going to do a whole lot for Nongshim right here, as the Aphelios locks down the Akali. Tahm Kench is dead, but now KT, with aiming in the back, are looking to try and get this one done. Dread is going to lock down the kill onto Life, though. And Vikla flashes to get out of the way there.
Now they're just chasing him down, fishing a barrel here for aiming. No way out. BDD's down, and that should be KT Rolster locking up this game tight. Now, they did end up losing a few members here. They lost the Akali early. Great play from Ghost. The focus fire was good. But once BDD's Shockwave missed, it hit only base of the Xinjiao there. Once that was off the table, KT just walk in and win the fight. And that's the difference in the late game scaling between these two teams. You have great engage as BDD, but Vikla is going to do long-term damage in the fight. As he did, you could see those numbers on the bottom of your screen. Dread going to go for a Miracle Steal. That's all you've got left.
Yeah, this is an ambitious Elder Drake, and it's certainly going to be a flip, as it's not going to land in favor of Nongshim. The Dragon is going to come down, aiming, delivering it towards Nongshim, and that is going to be, he's well and truly satiated at this point in time. Triple kill as he tidies it up, and I think that this might just be game over for Nongshim in game 2.
Yeah, I know a lot of people scoffed at the Ghost votes last game, like, okay, he got a lot of kills, didn't do a whole lot. I think this one is going Aiming's way. He has
I think so too.
Such a phenomenal mid-game, just threatening the enemy AD carry with the lead that he had. He pushed the envelope so hard, ends up being, at the end of this, I think 3 levels ahead of Ghost as the Nexus falls. We're not there yet, but once the minions catch up, KT is going to bring us to a very critical game 3.
That's 2-man Shockwave there, but I don't think it is going to be quite enough to stop these Nexus turrets from going down. Canna's trying to get towards his fountain as BDD will get eaten. Oh no, does manage to go golden for a moment, but Rascal tidies it up in the end. That's going to be a fair bit of damage there from Ghost as he's trying to get this one, and Rascal does end up stopping the funny business in the end. KT, they get their revenge, and we're going to game 3. Aiming did, he's such an absurd amount of damage on the Jinx, and he was just taking care of all of the poke. There was no answer for the Jinx. I really like Volibear Galio because you can force yourself into the backline really comfortably.
You're basically just going to turn the turret off and everybody's going in. And
we're going to have our eyes glued to for some early proactivity to get their lanes ahead. I don't think it's necessarily as important for Cuz, just because Aiming and Life are going to be shoving anyway. Yeah, Nongshim are trying to come on over. Flag goes down and Life throws out that Mantrid Q. Everyone getting over here. We might have a tussle as the Peacemaker does fly through. And it looks like Nongshim are at least going to be able to get the start onto this one.
Risky choice here for Nongshim to actually try to fight this one out. This could backfire big time, especially if Caitlyn gets ahead.
Yeah.
This might be game deciding if they mess this up, and they're going to lose.
Yeah, flag comes in, and Dread actually locks it down. Looks for a knock-up as well on the backside, and KT, they waste a lot of time. Yeah, Dread actually knows that there's no vision around here as well. Just going to walk his way in. Cuz in a lot of trouble now. Knock-up comes forward, does get himself the heal, and the smite comes down as well. As Dread's trying to fight this one out, gets himself some Conqueror, but there's Press the Attack available for the Volibear. And now Dread's like wondering what he really wants to do.
Oh no, the scream!
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this
until the smite came in.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, doesn't look so good now.
I've seen this one before. I can't remember if it was Dread, but I think it was Dread last week. Got an early lead and then just decided to push it further and then actually paid for it. Meanwhile,
bit of a battle here on the bottom side as Peter's down to 100. Aiming, burning down, and Dread just going to steal away some Raptors.
Around the map, which is going to be good because they certainly needed this. He's like, I ate it, I got it.
Yep.
And that's the end of that. So really interesting to see how well under pressure Nongshim grouped up for that. Dealt with it. Just gets healed up constantly. You could trade like this so easily.
Yeah, dashing forward. Peter actually in trouble though. Ignite ticking down as Ghost is trying to fight this one out, and that's a beautiful Peacemaker. Dread here just a little bit too late, and this is what we were asking for.
Yeah, they really wanted Dread to come over and scoop this up, but now he's going to get caught as well. He's going to have to leave.
Yeah, Cuz looking to come down here. He's only level 5, but that is just a very dead Ghost. And man, you ask and you shall receive.
What did you say, Atlas? You were looking to see down here a little bit more pressure, a little bit more aggression, trying to push that lead, and that is exactly what happens. Speaking of which,
Rascal just gonna have to walk this one out. He is Tryndamere, to put that back into our brains, so he's not dying anytime soon. But still, Counter is looking for some Mega Gnar.
They're gonna commit.
Move, towards this Rift Herald. Mega Gnar in perfect timing as well. As that's an R into the wall. Rascal down relatively low, but now Dread has to get that Cataclysm over. It's an early ult, but it's going to keep Rascal alive. Canna's trying to fight this one out, but Rascal he's just fighting the Rift Herald. Eventually, he's just going to spin his way out and engaging onto the Tryndamere. Feels not super great here, as now Vikla trying to make his way out. Gold card onto a Galio, but there's no follow-up. Life's moving up here as well, and Life picks up the eye. KT in so much control this game, and now BDD is likely to die. Rascal close to dead, but no, it was just a bait all along. The Ignite's going to tick down. Life grabs that kill, and KT are 5-0.
Such a massive lead now in this game, and free access to these plates. The Rift Herald did get picked up by Life, so that's not ideal, but... And I say free access to these plates, Fred goes earlier. But anyway, it's a huge win for them. They're not going to be able to control the top side of the map. Not going to pick up too many of these plates just yet. And this is Life calling this fight. And he has no flash. And they turn it just barely.
That Mantra Q was such high value.
Yeah, he was like, die.
Canna's just dead. Yep, spinning slash Rascal. And that is going to even the solo Q rankings with the guy that he just killed.
Yep.
Second overall. There's the final chapter. Ghost gonna have to flash though, as Peter eats the ace in the hole. And yep, not as delicious as a toad in a hole, which is just bread with an egg in it. My dad used to make it for me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
it's great. That not so good.
Yeah, I love those. We call it submarine eggs where I was from.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people call it eggs in a basket.
Yeah, I think that's the other name. I think it's toad in a hole is the. Okay, Rascal is underneath the turret once again. He does have ult. Is he looking for 29, or is he just going to die? Is the question, and the answer is yes. That is the counter kill here from Canna, as we do have Shelly making a charge on the bottom side.
As you know, this was the actual successful one.
Yeah,
that we came in too late.
This was 28 for Rascal. He was then very greedy for 29.
And didn't have ult for that one. Just playing it better. Gets his rage bar up. This time, taking a few turret shots here, and with the hop available, just gets outplayed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Life is still alive. Heroic Entrance going to come down. Dread taking a lot of damage. Life shields himself. What the hell? He survives for so long. It will be the Yuumi that kills him in the end, I believe, with an Ignite. Throwable Wolf.
Every game is throwable, it's true.
As Rascal's trying to prove us wrong. Everfrost does come down. BDD's going to heal. Spinning Slash closes the gap once again as Rascal's looking for another solo kill. He does have the Undying Rage, so he's going to now try and flash his way out. Destiny going to come forward as Rascal is being quite frustrating as he spins over the wall. He'll die now, but so will the inhibitor turret.
Sure. They have Galio with teleport and ult available. This is very risky what Nongshim are doing.
They know exactly what's going on though, as aiming could be in trouble, but he just nets to get himself out of the way. Rascal, yeah, he's got the Undying Rage, so he's going to be able to press that button and not die. It's going to be fine. Ulti comes through here for Cuz, turns off an already dead turret, which is kind of cool. And Dread's going to try and get out of here. The Galio tries to turn up the flash forward, and Cuz gets the stun. Canna's real dead. KT find the pick they were looking for.
It's kind of crazy that they only get one kill here. At least Dread and Peter will be able to get out of here.
Backing on a ward. That ain't feels good. They will survive.
They survive, but that's true.
Dumb monkey here,
That's
true. So now it is a little bit better for them. Ghost, not very better for him. As Ace in the Hole is going to come forward. Peter's going to block it. Very nicely done, but the Winds of War are there, and now Peter is a cat on a book with nowhere to go, and the Everfrost is going to help lock him down. Cuz grabs yet another kill. 3-0 and 4 now for the Volley Bear. Much better early game this time around on the pick. Because now Rascal is going to have some popcorn chicken before he spins his way out, and Cannon just wants to chase him down.
Yep. Oh,
yeah,
Boomerang. Nice dodge. They're just going to take Baron casually. The observers are like, pan over to KT, also just taking Baron very casually.
Hey, and BDD can watch. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about it so much. He is going to Destiny in. Let's see whether Nongshim can make this a 50-50. Dread over to the side, has Smite at the ready.
No flash.
Yeah.
Has Flag Drag, of course, to get over the wall.
I like the idea of a turn. Don't want to flip for this one because it's going to go back. So, Dread over here. He's now clearing out vision, so KT knows that there's a Jarvan in the area. Rascal spins over, and now Dread's just in the pit. It is going to be secured there by Cuz. Nicely done by KT. Still a bit of a flip, but BDD's just dead off to the side. Double kill for aiming as Canna's trying to run this one out. Vikla flashes forward, though. Gets himself the Justice Punch. Really nicely done there in the end. And KT, I think, will just march up the mid lane and maybe just win the game. So Nongshim kind of walking into the KT trap, but KT being able to set it up so nicely needs to be rewarded, right? Like, you can say what you want about, you know, Nongshim and the draft and it didn't work, but you also have to applaud a team that managed to punish.
Yeah, and they also played it very well. Their execution has been great.
Well, now we're going to go for one last-ditch effort as in goes Dread towards the backline. He's dead instantly, so is Peter. And now Cuz is just celebrating with gigantic ultimates. The Destiny was there, but it doesn't really do anything. Ghost is real dead. Heroic entrance comes down, and Rascal just comes in from the top lane. BDD's going to go golden. He's going to see his death for a little while, but oh my god, the burst damage onto that Gnar was obscene. It's a double kill for the Caitlyn to end this one off. And KT will mercifully take down these Nexus turrets because this game was not close in even the slightest regard. 15,000 gold at 25 minutes. And KT, they put their best foot forward trying to get towards the playoffs. Frederibrion technically getting eliminated 2-0 against Gen G in our next matchup. Weren't able to field a team, therefore not going to be able to participate, but it wasn't likely that they were going to win that one necessarily.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by the bottom duo of KT Roster. You guys are one step closer to the playoffs. Now, with this victory, you're having 81% of chances to making into playoffs. Yeah, I heard that we'll be able to have about 80% chance. So I'm so glad that we're able to make a jump with our probability. What about your life? 80%, you know, sounds good, but if we get to win the next one, it's going to be 100% anyway, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to the numbers. Yeah, I mean, like, making playoffs is not the final goal of KT Roster, right? Speaking of today's series, you guys are able to have a lot of actions around the bottom lane, a lot of target bans, a lot of priority with the draft. So what was the theme of KT's kind of play style today? Well, so in game number 1, I didn't expect them to ban any marksman. So because of that, we didn't have prio down on the bottom lane. So later on in game 2 and 3, we wanted to have prio in lane, on the bottom lane especially. So we kind of shifted our style. So Caitlyn Karma were able to just dominate the lane and even the entire map. Caitlyn Karma is not our go-to comp, but we still know how everything goes. So we tried to make a lot of actions on the bottom lane. So you did win the series, but game 3, especially the invade, was a very bad incident for KT Roster. How did you guys manage to come back after having such an accident? Well, yeah, in the early game we kind of lost a lot, and then we were able to kind of trade it back around the blue buff, so we didn't really feel too concerned about that. And J4 was actually able to kind of buy more time. I mean, like, he invaded and he lost a lot of time because Volibear played so well. And what happened after that? Like, were you concerned about the location of the opponent jungler? I mean, the opponent was playing Zeri Yumi and we had flashes, so we were not feeling the pressure of the potential gank. So yeah, everything was fine. I have a question about the Volibear pick, because, you know, he's really good at that champion. But what about you guys? What do you think of that pick? Volibear? Well, it's really good in terms of kind of empowering the lanes that have prio, and Cuz is really good at it, so we wanted to kind of try that out a lot more. Yeah, I mean, I always trust Cuz. Whatever he plays, you know, doesn't matter if he plays something weird, I always trust him. I wonder what are those weird picks that Cuz will try in the future, but aiming. We want to ask about Kai'Sa. You know, that's one of your signature picks. Do you think Kai'Sa is a dive comp or part of a poke comp? I mean, she's flexible. She can play with both comps, so she has a very high prio right now. Amy, what about you? What do you prefer, dive comp or poke comp? I prefer dive comp. Why is that? Does that fit Kaisa better? It's more flashy, you know, it's cooler. They can kill them all, but Poke is like poking in the back line. Not cool. Game 3, Karma was your pick for the PUG. You had phenomenal plays, incredible KDA. The life, I think Karma itself has a lot of kind of opinions about how to use that champion. Is that really good? Is that really a high priority pick? So could you kind of break it down for us? Well, for me, personally, I really like it a lot. I played it a lot on solo queue, but I was not able to have a great success, but still, I trusted my team. My coaching staff was trusting me, so they kind of helped me to have bigger confidence. Aiming, you are the one that loves Mantra Q. Sometimes some people say like Mantra Shield could have been better. What do you think? I mean, he's really bad at landing those RQ, you know? He's so bad, he sucks. So I'm like, you don't land it, so just don't use it. Just use it for shields. So I'm like, I don't understand why you keep using the empowered Q instead of empowered shields. Life, what's your response? I mean, Mantra Shield got so many nerfs. So before you get Shurelius, it's actually not worth it, you know? You should just use Mantra Q, but yeah, you do have to lend those. But I still hope my teammates trust me and let me use the empowered Q instead of shields. And trusting is the key to KT's kind of teamwork, so I hope you guys keep working that way. And Rascal, with the solo kills he secured today, he is now tied with Kana with 28 solo kills in a single regular split. Well, in fact, Rascal says he's not paying attention to it, you know, he's not greedy about solo kills, but from what I know of, I'm pretty sure it's all in his head, you know. He's just pretending. And Aiming, you were the solo POG in the previous series, and then you managed to pick up another POG today. How do you think your performance is right now? I usually kind of check my performance based on my solo queue performance, and recently I've been having a good time. I think it's decent. On a scale of 100. 70 maybe? Out of 100. KT Roaster, your next opponent is Genji, and that's gonna be a must-win match for you guys to kind of secure a spot in playoffs, and you did beat them in round 1. Well, I was in KT in 2020, and I was never able to beat Genji back in those days. And this time around, I was able to kind of flip that, and I'm looking forward to another rematch against Genji, and I hope I can repeat the victory. What about your life? Well, Ruler is in Genji, and Peanut, you know, I used to play with him once in Genji as well, so that's gonna be a very easy win for us based on the information I have. And this will be the end of the interview from Aiming Life from KT Roaster, and back to Analyst Carpet Space with Ninjas. Thank you.